Today, I was reminded of something very simple. And the simple element of it is no matter what it is that I'm looking to accomplish, the only thing that matters is the person in front of me. The only thing that matters is their goals, their vision, their fears, their desires, and be in a space that can really support that, even as a leader. Because one of my top leadership philosophies is that the best way to get someone to be enrolled in your vision is to enroll them in their own vision and see how the two of yours align. So with that here, we get a chance to spend some time with someone that is on a personal development mastery journey. The trailblazer in a number of different ways in its own regard here. And I'm really grateful to be able to spend some time here with Agi. What we're going to do here is, Agi, I've been talking here to everyone, and now I just want to kind of create a bubble for the two of us here, right? Let it just be us here in this conversation here. And what I will say is, I am here for you. I recognize you as well. I had the opportunity to be on your wonderful podcast, and from the questions you were asking, from the level of dedication you're asking, as well as from a bit of your story, I really felt like you were someone that I wanted to serve in whatever service meant for you. So I'm glad that we get to be in this space here together.
So am I. I'm very glad and very grateful to be here, Niyama, and I'm excited and looking forward to this conversation very much.
Yeah, as am I. As am I. So let's spend. I've gotten the chance to get to know you a bit here, and I want to use that to help us throughout this conversation. I'll say this: if there's anything that needs to come up in the conversation, you let me know, and we'll just drive it there. So, Agi, I'm on a personal quest this year. I feel that there's an opportunity to really serve people, to help them really move to whatever the next mountain is that they're looking to climb, or the next part of their journey, especially the ones that may not have a path to it, almost like the uncharted areas in their lives. If you and I were going to have a life-changing conversation, such that you were able to walk through those unknown parts or to take on the next big journey or challenge in your life, we're going to have that life-changing conversation. What would we need to talk about today?
That, that was the first time that I heard this question, and the way that it is put, the way that you've put it, is very, very powerful. Uh, to answer it straight away, there is a big difference between, we each have, and many, we understand that we have a purpose, a calling, a mission, if you want. And there is, I believe, a big difference between having an intellectual understanding of what that purpose, that calling is, and being able to write it down and share it with others. And it sounds great. However, I think there is another level or levels that involve really knowing that with every,
Mm.
I would say, cell of your body. So not just on an intellectual level, on an emotional level, on a spiritual level, on all levels, you are fully aware of what it is that you are destined, if I can use this word, you are destined to do. Because I believe then your drive comes from so many more directions, and it's so much more than just having the the brain, the intellectual knowing of it or understanding of it. So I think something like that, like a realization of more and more the other layers, it is something that I believe would make a game-changing step if it was. I'm talking about myself, but I suppose others would probably feel the same. If
Yeah. Well, let's talk about that last part really quickly. Please only talk about yourself
Okay,
here. My invitation here is for you to be as selfish as possible. What I know is that like when we're willing to get ourselves to the underlying questions that are in our heart and soul, that goes beyond the thinking, the intellectual, and gets into the feelings, the emotions, and the intuition, and your deep knowing and wisdom. Those are universal elements. We might all think differently. People look for open-minded or different-minded people, but we are one heart and one general like intuition and soul. So just know that like you are serving the most people the more that you talk about yourself. All right, because honestly, people don't give themselves the space to do that, and we typically have to like posture from an intellectual place. There's a difference. There's a difference here. I love how you put it. You're like, I want to know. And it's funny because you would think knowing is an intellectual thing, but it's not. There's a deeper knowing that goes through every cell of your body. If I'm hearing you, like you want to be embodied in this. You want your purpose to live beyond like the thinking element of, oh, I should be doing this, or this is what I stand for, I think. But is it actually just imbued within you? How would you know? Let me just check in to make sure. Is having a conversation around this what would make this a life-changing conversation for you?
Well, as far as I can think at this moment, I mean, I don't have any reason to doubt that and offer anything else now. So I will stick with that. I mean, when I I wrote that in my answers earlier, it was how it really felt like the right the right thing to say. So
wonderful. All right, great. I want to make sure that I'm not assuming anything just because you brought it into the room. I want to make sure that we're actually leading down the path that would most serve you.
We're just getting started. Click on the link below to watch the full conversation and go to niyamaashan.com/tribe to get additional resources and exclusive invitation to tribe-only events. Journey on.